Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Today is National Chili Dog Day. My advice is to not share one with John Mellencamp. It gets weird. According to a new survey, 20% of adults don't want to have children, but don't worry, in the big scheme of things, that's totally canceled out by Nick Cannon. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow had his appendix removed. It's nice to hear news about an NFL quarterback in an organ, and it's got nothing to do with Deshaun Watson.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Classic Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector, and time for the Prospector prank call. A woman named Jessie asked me if I could prank her boss, Lynn, who owns a photography studio. So I decided that I was going to bring an ugly baby in, and I got Jessie to make an appointment for us, and then I called to talk about the photo shoot.
Hello, photography. This is Lynn speaking.
Lynn, hi. This is Rick Wilson. My wife, Vanessa, and I are coming in today for a photo shoot at around 2 o'clock. I think you have the appointment.
Yes, Vanessa, too.
Right. She's bringing in Margaret, our daughter.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to have a real quick, candid conversation with you, if I could. I'm sure you see all kinds of kids in your photography business.
Oh, yes.
And
yes. Infants and toddlers and everybody.
Right. Here's my issue. My wife is convinced that our daughter should do modeling. And so as part of her objective today is to come in and get some headshots for our daughter. The child's wonderful to me, beautiful child, but if I'm objective, not ready for modeling in any kind of way. And so what I need is...
Oh, I see.
Right. So what I need you to do is convince my wife that this is not something she wants to pursue. And it's just going to end up meeting headaches for our little Margie.
Okay.
You know.
So, is this your first?
Yeah, this is our first child. Why do you ask?
Okay. So usually first-time moms just think their kids are special and wonderful, and so it's going to be really hard convincing her that, why don't we just come in and wait and see what happens before we get your wife involved in that?
It's just encouraging the idea that one day she could be a model, and clearly that's not going to be the case. She's not going to be a model. And I say that as a loving father, objectively. I mean, it's just not happening.
Let's just see how it goes today. We haven't even seen her or met her. Maybe she'll do great. Maybe she's going to be the next,
well, it's not.
Gap baby model. You just never know how they act.
And when you see little Margie, it's going to be very quickly apparent she shouldn't be a model. So I just need your help.
I mean, are you really saying that your little baby is not up for photography and modeling?
Well, let me tell you. First of all, she has a very bulging eyes. They're bulbous, which is not desirable in modeling. Also, doesn't have lips, almost no lips. She's got a weak eye, so one of her eyes kind of stares off a bit to the side of the room, all right? But she's not going to be a baby Gap ad. She's not going to be on the Gerber baby. Not going to happen. So my question to you, are you going to help me out here and kind of help me break it to my wife? Look, hey, maybe she doesn't have what it takes to be in the modeling world. Maybe focus on academics.
I don't know if I could do that, sir.
Let's just practice, okay? Let's just say,
okay.
Look at you. You're a cute little scientist we have here. Or maybe you can say something like, oh, my goodness, look, you're going to be so good at math. You can say stuff like that while you're doing the photos, kind of reinforcing that, hey, it's not modeling, it's not runway.
I mean, sir, babies are babies to me. I'm just taking pictures of them, and they're all very cute and bubbly. And
some of them look like, they stayed a little too long in the test tube, right?
I mean, I can't. I would feel awful telling a mother that.
Do you just say this? Oh, well, aren't you interesting?
I just feel like this is gonna turn out really bad.
I'll tell you what, her modeling career, when she gets to an agency and they start laughing at her, that's what's gonna turn out bad.
Sir, I just think that this is something that it's so awesome.
It's a big joke, isn't it? It's like a big joke, right?
I think it's...
Wait till you see little Margaret. You'll think it's a big joke, okay?
I don't even really know what to think of this. I'm just lost for words. I just don't know.
Well, I'll level with you right now. It is a big joke. It's a Prospector prank call. Lynn, this is Prospector, and you're on Rock 107.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you're on Rock 107 right now. I don't have a daughter, Margie.
Oh, my
you're
gosh.
okay.
Awesome. I was worried about your wife kidding me. I didn't know what to think.
Name on it, and I did not mean to ruin your late night snack. Next time, Olive Garden on me, and all of the breadsticks you can eat. This has been a Popeology, an apology from the Pope.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A police officer in Tennessee named Lance Hoffmeister helped an 84-year-old woman get to her hair appointment. Lance saw her walking alone along a highway with her walker and decided to check on her. She said she'd taken a bus and was just trying to make it to a hair appointment, which was still a mile up the road. He offered to give her a lift, and they chatted along the way. She got to the appointment in time to get her perm, and the video of the cop's good deed went viral on TikTok.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Let me apologize in advance. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Per a new survey, 45% of people think men don't say sorry enough, and 20% say the same about women. But there are certain times when an apology is not only expected, it's required. See what I mean with today's list of top 5 situations when you should always apologize. Here we go, number 5. When a woman says, "I'm not pregnant," after you nod at her stomach and ask, "Boy or girl?" Top 5 situations when you should always apologize. Number 4. When the customer behind you says, "This is 15 items or less" line when you've put your 187th can of cat food on the belt. Number 3. When the pills clatter all over the sink after you open your host's medicine cabinet when using their bathroom. Top 5 situations when you should always apologize. Number 2. When your 8-year-old bursts into tears after you hit him with that draw 4 card in a game of Uno. And the number 1 situation when you should always apologize: when you're a middle-aged man with a ponytail and... No, that's it. Just straight up apologize for that. Period. There you have it.
Now, a Popeology, another papal apology from Pope Francis. Dear Louise, I apologize for hitting your car with the Popemobile. I was late for Pilates and neglected to leave a note. In my defense, you do drive a Fiat, and any damage incurred would be considered by most to be an improvement. This has been a Popeology, an apology from the Pope.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth-breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
This is why my family doesn't play Uno anymore. A mother, a father, a brother, and a sister stabbed each other during a wild knife fight. And it didn't take place in feudal Japan. It happened in Texas on Sunday. Police were called to the home around 11 p.m. They say the fight started between 2 adult siblings. The brother came home drunk with a handgun and got into a heated argument with his sister. Things got physical, but he lost the gun during the struggle. The mother and father jumped in to break things up, but it escalated. And at one point, all of them had a knife, and all of them had been stabbed. Fortunately, everyone will survive. The brother, 25-year-old Manuel Gutierrez, was arrested on 3 charges of aggravated assault. It's unclear whether any of the other family members will be charged.
Nominee number 2.
Yes, you can get a DUI even if you're driving 5 to 10 miles per hour. A 39-year-old man in Florida named Aaron Gregory was arrested on Sunday for drunk driving a Walmart scooter down the aisles, running into shelves and displays, and almost striking other customers with the scooter. And Aaron was really tanked. When police arrived, he couldn't stand on his own, and he needed to be hauled out on a stretcher. He also had a backpack with him, and in the scooter's basket there contained an open bottle of Smirnoff vodka. Aaron was charged with 4 misdemeanors, including DUI, disorderly intoxication, and possession of an open alcohol container. He's being held on $3,000 bond.
And the winner is...
the man who got a DUI for drunkenly driving a scooter inside a Walmart. You are the Yambag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yambag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Week, Friday morning on Rock 107.
Now, a Popeology, another papal apology from Pope Francis. Dear Blockbuster Video, Back in the 80s, I rented a many videos like Bachelor Party, Porky's 2 the next day, and Xanadu. And sad to say, I was not kind and did not rewind. I hope these infractions do not affect my membership status. This has been a Popeology, an apology from the Pope.
In the Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.